Coach Smyth, good meet today against Binghamton for both the men and women. Can you just give your thoughts on the meet overall?
I thought both the women and the men raced very well today. I thought they were aggressive and their enthusiasm showed through in all the events that we did. Overall, I was pleased. We're training hard, and despite training hard and being a little bit fatigued, they raced well.
And then when you met with the team after the races, the first thing you point out was not the results, but rather that Bailey O'Brien competed today. Can you just talk about her and her battle with cancer and to be able to compete today?
Well, I couldn't possibly sum up what she's been through. It would take forever. And just to, for her to be there on the boards is probably nothing less than a miracle, but it's something that she worked hard towards. She's put a lot of emotional energy and physical exertion into getting to where she is today, and I'm extremely proud of her, and the guys and the girls and their team are just as thrilled. It's a great moment for BU Swimming, and especially a great moment for Bailey and her family.
Obviously cancer is a terrible disease, but can you talk about how the team came together over the past year with Bailey?
Sure. Well, when Bailey got a series of bad news over the course of last fall and into the winter time, and each time she would get some negative news, the guys and the girls and the team absorbed it and were there for her emotionally, and were able to do a significant amount of fundraising. They were there for her after one of her operations by her bedside, helping her smile afterwards. They were just as supportive, I think, as she needed them to be. So she gave us a lot, but hopefully we gave back to her tenfold.
And then can you talk about the rest of the results today? Were there any particular swimmers or divers that you thought really stepped up today?
Yeah, well, I thought that being able to get Melinda back on the boards and Bailey back on the boards was probably the highlight of the meet. And then being able to see Chelsea get a win on the diving event, that was wonderful. Kendra Cheng was fantastic in her races. Senior Frenchie Ferrante, Francesca, she was wonderful in both of her backstroke races and her individual medley swims. On the guys' side, I thought that Andy Vasquez is starting to come around and show that he can do some good things. I thought the leadership from Dan Kemp was good. Cole Pucci, another freshman, did very well. Connor Stewie did great. I think the guys' contributions really surged forward in large numbers, so I don't want to leave anybody out, but there were a lot of men that stepped up today.
And then as a coach and for the team, does it help at all being able to see Binghamton today and then a couple more Marquee schools next weekend?
Yeah, it absolutely helps. Knowing what our competition is going to be like now gives us a little bit of a mental rehearsal going into the end of the season, and so it keeps us sharp, and it gives us just that little bit of information, especially that we need as coaches to be able to get a feel for what the end of the season is going to look like from the competition.
And then finally, do you like where the teams are right now? Do they need a lot of improvement, or do you think it's just the regular just make steps every weekend?
I think in terms of process, we need a lot of improvement, and technique, strategy with the races, there's something that we're just beginning to get a feel for. So process goals are very numerous, and we've got a long ways to go there. In terms of the performance goals, I think that probably 2/3 of the team right now is at or slightly ahead of where we need to be, and maybe a third of the team is a little bit behind in terms of their performance goals.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.